Alright, gentlemen, last week you had some adventures at port as you prepared to head out. You picked up some missions, and you picked up a friend. So, who wants to give a summary for those who weren't here last week?
Well, I'll let Cookie go through his adventure, him and Yonovan's adventure. The most important bits were beyond the Cookies and Yonovan's adventure. Is we found some jobs at the job board, and we also found a small human being picked on, which uh, certain members of the group, namely Yonovan and Cookie, stood up for, and he was a bit odd. We determined that he is we believe him to be a warlock, but not any warlock we have ever seen or thought of before, as he seems to be focused on light instead of, dealing souls.
Yes. Well, you see, we started out. Cookie felt really inspired by the nice lady and started to figure out that he could wear armor and was off to get some armor of his own. Yonovan came along. We got some breastplate. We traded so that Cookie can use Yonovan's breastplate. It's a little bit better. And as we're going along, it's like Cookie thought to himself, I wonder what this bag of tricks does. Grabs one out and tosses it in the middle of a crowded port city. Yeah,
Spaceport
summoned
City.
a large axebeak, very ferocious animal that obeyed my orders grudgingly. Didn't really know what to do with it. Marched it back on ship, where it proceeded to start busting barrels, and really the only thing we could do was kill it. While we were debating stuff, Cleoc offed him for us. Thank you, Cleoc. In an awesome display of martial power. And then we went out looking for jobs at the job board. I remember Cleoc went off somewhere on his own at some point, but we never did hear about that. And at the job board, we're looking over the jobs. We found several interesting things, mostly some kind of relic or escort mission. And we're still kind of picking the missions, and I don't know, this guy started, being mocked by the crowd, and we weren't having any of that. I think the crowd were judging based on appearances, and as we all know, that's not a good standard. And
He was also not with a group like the rest of them were. He's part of it.
Yeah.
How can you take these missions on by yourself? Was their attitude as well.
Sure, but see above. That's more judging by appearances in my mind.
Correct.
And so we chatted with him. He's a little bit of let's just say he knows how to speak English, but doesn't know what any of the words mean. Doesn't understand our world very much. We had to. He didn't really understand what money was, what what gods were, what a lot of things are you and I would consider normal. So I don't really know where this guy's from, except he follows this kind of star traveler. He's probably a warlock due to the pacting language, and he definitely a warlock. That's right. We handed him the spare Rod of the Pack Keeper, and he thought that was pretty cool. I figured it was a good way to make a friend, and it wasn't particularly useful for us to keep. Anyway, he wants to help people and spread light, and I figure, oh yeah, um, we kind of made a decision based on the people who weren't here, everyone together. Uh, I guess I was the only person who didn't want to go after Zuzu the Grim, but just about everyone else were like, hey, what about Zuzu? And I knew Ceradon and I knew Ryu would probably be interested as soon as they heard about it. A hunt and kill mission of some kind, so it's said to take place on the dark side. Might be harder to see, but our new little friend here doesn't need light to see.
But light is nice.
If
I
you want
like
to,
light.
if you wanted to scroll up, you can see the list of that were found. If you guys would like to vote on one of them, feel free to pick one.
Cookie, I don't know that killing is good either. You weren't the only one who wasn't sure about that.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of killing. I'm more a fan of stopping the killing. And
Were they a
usually,
bad person?
it's not a. See, he's talking about bad person as if that justifies the killing. It's more of like if you can stop this guy from killing others, then it's a net victory.
Well, right. So you kill them, and that stops them from killing others.
Did he kill others?
I don't know.
Was he a bad person?
Is he?
Also, don't know.
I
We
mean,
need to
he's got the
find-
nickname the Grim. I think his choice in nicknames deserves him to get killed anyways.
What's your nickname?
Huh. I don't know, but I didn't choose it, so...
Does that mean you deserve to be judged by a nickname?
Only if I chose it.
What is nickname?
His nick. Well, our friend Cookies is actually his nickname.
Yes.
He's
I am Theodore, but cookie is what I do. I cook. I cook.
Okay, that's almost worth...
well. You need a better nickname for this. For if we're going to be traveling around with our.
Need a better nickname?
Yes, you can't be Cookie because otherwise you're just a yummy edible. He might think you made a chocolate chip. Cookie dough. You yummy.
My friends are picking on me.
I do not have a nickname. At least not one that I have accepted. I'm sure that some of my companions would like to pick on me as well and give me one that I wouldn't necessarily like, but
You would be Fists of Fury. Or Beaks of Fury? Wings of Fury? On the wings of fury!
Brain.
Hey,
I've been called Bird Brain a few times.
you talk
had
about
to-
bird brain,
I've had
but
to
who is it who has amnesia?
So I'll be empty brain. He can be bird brain. You can be food for brains.
Food for brains.
Or food for thought.
That's a good pun right there.
Anyway, any nickname I gain, I would like to earn through my action. Just like this man and looks at the bill. Likely earned his nickname through his action. But you're right. We ideally would need to get more information before we went and attempted to deal with him.
I wonder if that bill really says cryptic ex-adventurer, or if that's something we discover as we attempt to talk to them.
Were you thinking that Celadon would before that quest?
Why? Because Ceradon strikes me as someone who is interested in bashing heads in. Unless I was mistaken.
It is true that my people are prone to violence.
Oh, well, how does Ceradon feel about violence, and for what reasons do you take up the sword?
I no longer take up the sword unless I believe it is a truly just cause. Due to experiences in that war I mentioned to you guys.
Okay. So you're very capable, but you're not a fighter.
I am a fighter. I don't want to use pacifist. That's not really something my people are. I want to be more careful in my decisions to engage.
Okay. Well, I know that Ryu would be interested in normally chasing down this Grim character. I just assumed you were in the same boat. But by all means, there's all those other adventures there. And take a look at what you like.
Same time, my last escort mission got me in a jail cell from which you guys rescued me.
Yeah.
On a break from those.
Oh. We have a similar experience with investigation missions. We're not a fan of the Goblin King.
You want a break from jail cells or escort mission?
Of this Zuzu in the ground is what I want to know.
Well, we need to look up this Zuzu guy and see what it says.
Do you remember any details from last week?
So I do remember that Zuzu is wanted by the police, but no one's especially interested in pursuing this individual right now, probably because he's way too dangerous to. I don't.
That he's on the dark side of this.
Yes, he's on the dark side of this space station you're on. And you did find out that he is actually an assassin.
So
you went to the contract office to gain further information, and you were able to find that out.
So you said he's an assassin that's wanted by the police. And was it wanted dead or alive?
That information you did not gather. But
wait. The bill didn't state.
No.
The bill is not from the authorities. The bill is from an independent party member.
Well,
so someone else put a bill out on him, and the guy is wanted by the authorities. Okay, sorry. I thought the authorities were the one placing the bill.
No.
Well,
that makes sense.
Out from the same location you found out that he's an assassin, that a cryptic ex-adventurer, someone who used to be an adventurer and is kind of now cynical for unknown reasons, named Joan, is seeking to have Zuzu eliminated.
Well then, let's go talk to, let us go locate and speak to that Joan.
If you remember, you were told that Joan doesn't tend to accept company. However, the contract broker that he went through is one that you had been talking with to gather information.
Ah. So we talk to the contract broker and ask him what are the terms of the contract? The dead or alive?
Well, I believe the contract here says dead. Hunt down and kill. Yes, hunt
Kill.
down and kill. I think that's pretty clear.
Ryu doesn't really like the authorities, but how can you check to see if someone is wanted by the authorities if they're wanted, say, alive?
Well, we can go talk to the police.
Well, Ryu, what is your experiences dealing and gathering information from the law?
She has this bad feeling about it, but I don't remember if she still remembers. I really need to roll a bunch of dice to see what all she remembers. I keep putting it off.
Then it probably means she's putting it off.
She's trying to block out the memories, just living in the moment. So actually, that's probably a pretty good description of her character.
Yep.
But she gets this like icky feeling in her stomach when we talk about going to talk to the cops.
I've never seen Ryu as a particularly lawful individual, so I don't think that's exactly her realm of things.
Yeah, that's probably true, but she's also reinventing herself a little bit. So, like, if she heard that the cops wanted her and this guy, or cops want him dead, or cops want him and this other guy wants him dead, maybe we can get money from both of them.
Yeah, but we don't know.
Well, you asked.
We want him to ask him questions or something, and then we go and kill him.
Well, the cops would state taken in alive or dead or alive. If the cops state dead or alive, we kill him, we get both rewards.
And
So
what
I
if
would
the cops
ask.
don't want us to look into it at all?
Well, then they'll tell us that they don't want us to look into it. And then we can make a decision from there.
So I asked the broker, "What is there a specific piece of proof or evidence that we would need to return with to prove his death?"
He has
Do you want
a
his-
unique black dagger. Bring that back, and I'll know that the deed is done, and I will let Joan know so.
Okay.
I do remember one pertinent fact. The pay was particularly high for this job.
That is an important fact. Ryu feels suspicious and is a little bit concerned now.
Well, guys, Cookie will go with the team because I'm all for protecting us and keeping us safe, but I'd much rather do a, well, I know you're not a fan of escort missions, but I'd much rather do a kind of escort mission than hunt down an assassin.
I'm trying to remember if you've shown any lawful or just good tendencies as a character. If Cookie's been particularly lawful. I don't remember him doing anything that was super lawful.
He's tried to follow most of the rules. He's not strictly lawful, but he is more lawful than neutral, and he seems to usually be concerned with well-being of people.
Yeah. Well, so I mean,
Cookie can correct that if he wishes, but that's what I've gathered.
That's pretty close.
By stopping an assassin, we're saving people's lives. But I was kind of hoping that if you were specifically lawful, we'd talk to the cops and you'd be like, "Oh, I must uphold the law." Darn, you're not a paladin.
I would be more than willing to talk to the authorities on this. I'm not the best speaker.
So just so I can be positive, Cleoc, are you no longer playing Cleoc?
He's still playing Cleo.
Okay. Talking about the new person on board or involved, I thought that there was something said that they were switching, that Cleoc was switching.
The new warlock is basically a DM character that Nate will play in the event that we are short on people.
Okay. I missed that. I thought that it was another person was switching characters. That makes sense.
No.
All right.
So no, I'm not switching to warlock.
Dang it.
No, I made a warlock that does no standard warlock aspects.
Are they an earthbender?
No. More along the lines of positive energy.
So Cleoc still has his stated goal of getting his own ship. So he is intrigued by it paying better than most jobs. And it's doing a good deed. So it's a win-win. Or a seemingly good deed.
I don't know. Killing an assassin wanted by the cops is probably a good deed.
I think we need to talk to the police.
I agree.
There are lots of reasons the police might want someone.
Uh-huh. So Ryu feels uncomfortable, but she's going to go along with it.
Who's going to talk to the police?
Well,
so
okay, at least I'd like at least Cleoc with me, I think.
I'm going with you.
So Cookie, about that axe beak, were you like, how much of a scene did that cause? Because I don't know if that Cleoc wasn't there with him, so.
Well, I got a talking to, and the guard were watching me afterwards. I'm pretty sure I paid a fine.
Wait, what? You mean you don't know if you paid a fine?
The detail escaped me.
Was that Cookie that had escaped, or John?
John.
I think Cookie would probably remember if he paid a fine.
I seem to remember a fine being mentioned, but I didn't remember it being taken.
It was a citation and your name was taken.
Okay.
Well done.
And ultimately, as far as I know, that actually has not been resolved yet. But Cleoc doesn't actually know this in character. So I'm just trying to say that before we start marching off to the police station, I don't know if Cookie actually wants to go to the police station for that very reason.
He probably wants to pay his fine and get it over with.
I do not think anything better of that idea. Nope.
Fair enough. Go to the police station and ask about Mr. Graham.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So who's all going? Everyone? Or a subset?
Cleoc's going.
Is Sheridan going? Sheridan?
Saradin, are you going to the police station?
Oh, I forgot to mic off again.
Then that's
Yeah,
everyone.
I'm going.
Okay. So, how are you guys going to find it?
Is there a obvious guard nearby?
Yeah, if you take a little while to look, yeah.
All right. Well, no, unless someone else starts walking off a different way, Rio's going to look around to see if she sees an obvious guard at the port, and if she sees one, then she's going to go.
Yeah, I'll look for. I'll look for a guardsman.
Actually, in that case, Ryu will assist because I get terrible rolls at that.
Yeah, it's not really a roll. It's just after a while you guys are able to find one. They're not rare.
Oh,
As
I
long
figured
as
it's
you're not walking
investigation.
around with your eyes closed, you'll bump into one before too long.
Or you could summon an axe beak.
Really, we could
They tend to
probably
show up
just
pretty quick
ask
then.
anyone.
I approach one of the guards and say, "Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir.
We'd like to inquire about a little bit more information about a criminal. Can you tell us where your headquarters are, or where we could gather more information?"
The local docks quarter is, you take this street up, and it gives you directions to a building. You'll see a building there with our symbol. She shows you a symbol. And you will see that that is where you may be able to find the current quarter and inquire the information you wish to seek.
I bow courteously and thank her. Thank you very much.
And we follow.
Okay. You guys navigate, see how well you get there quickly or not.
What?
Who's navigating?
Sounded
would
like Cookie
be-
was trying.
Yeah.
Hence the,
You.
12.
Yeah, after a while you're able to make it, but you take a few wrong turns and then have to get reoriented. You finally make it there, though.
Man, this place is hard to find. It's busy here. All right.
And we enter.
Some kind of desk here, or what's it like in here?
You enter and there is a desk. And there's a individual sitting behind it. It's a
Hello,
Excuse me,
sir.
sir.
It's a
Or
small room
madam.
with a few seats, and then there's a young man behind the desk.
Hello, sir.
Yes?
Can we ask you a few questions? We have bad at the talking part. We would like to inquire about Zuzu the Grim.
What do you want to know about that unsavory character?
Well, there are
There's a bounty out on his head?
Do you put
Or
that out
it's-
loud?
Sure.
What are your credentials?
Well, so the bounty...
We're new here, so we're not sure if there's some sort of license or credentials or what we would need to pursue this.
Your what? He looks kind of at you like, what are you saying?
Well, he asked what our credentials were.
Yes.
So you're asking if we're some part of the authority?
He asked what your credentials, part of the authority or like Kleok is actually asking him if he means part of the authority?
Yes.
Or just your credentials? Not necessarily are you part of us, I would know that. But what are your credentials? Do you have papers to present?
I'm guessing that just adventurers in general don't have papers.
do we have the bill, the bounty, on us?
You do.
I would
But
present.
he seems suspicious of you. He's asking for your
Rio will
credentials.
Rio will try to persuade him, saying, "We are looking to make sure that we follow everything according to the law. We've recently came into port, and we aren't sure if our credentials would be accepted here. What credentials are you looking for, or are acceptable?" And I rolled a 20 on the persuasion.
The procedures are only those who are licensed by the state may endeavor to proceed with conduct or tasks presented by the state. Thereby, present your credentials.
Oh,
I do not believe we have the credentials. What would one have to do to receive said credentials?
You'd have to be appointed to such, or be presented with the option by someone of standing.
So I guess what you are saying is that this personage, please, this personage Zuzu the Grim is obviously not on your good side of the law, and although there is someone who has posted a bounty on him, it is not a legal bounty to pursue for the general public. Is that correct?
Indeed.
Ah, but see, that's what we were trying to understand here. So thank you for your time.
He's an undesirable. We do wish certain things to be done with him. What exactly or in what terms is not something you apparently have the credentials to be told.
I guess so.
Very well, thank you very much. At this point, Rio is going to leave, and she's going to like shiver a bunch as she walks out and be like, ugh.
Cleo could follow Rio out.
See, guys, I thought that's what would happen. It's not usually legal to kill people.
Bounties aren't always to kill.
They didn't state whether it was anything on that, just to be clear, Cookie. They just said that you're not allowed to get the information without
the proper
authorization.
But he did say we weren't qualified or allowed to legally pursue the bounty.
He didn't actually say he knew of a bounty, per se. He just said he knew there was a warrant for them.
Or pursue actions against this person.
Correct.
Essentially, going and killing him would still be murder.
Potentially.
Yeah.
You also know that this place is very divided.
Gestures everyone outside of the police station before he's suggesting his plan.
Oh, working within the law is such a bother.
You know, guys.
This guy may be more trouble than he's worth, as much as I would like the bounty money.
Can't kill him, but for good duty of gathering him up for the police. And if we were to have to defend ourselves,
we could, but if we're not going to get paid for it.
As you guys leave, you guys notice that Nurasil did not follow you out.
That was our new warlock trait.
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Let's go back in. I go back in.
Rio stays outside.
Yeah.
stay outside though.
Northville?
On your way in, you see someone that looks at you and has eyes that are strange, point to the door and say, "This way, sir."
eyes that are strange. So does that mean glowing? Does it like gloss
Yes,
over? Does
like glowing.
Oh God dang it!
Otherwise looks human.
Yeah.
Well, you're not there.
Well,
I quickly make my way to the door where he was pointed.
And upon exiting, you see the coat is the same as what he was wearing, and you see he looks like what you remember meeting him as. On your way out, you heard him say a few magic words, and his visage shifts back. He's like, so, you guys seem to have difficulty. I asked, and they said that, I met a guy who said, he was talking at the tavern before you guys came in that he was doing bounties for the state. I talked to the guy, and looking like him, and got information. So, apparently they have a group searching for Zuzu, and he's going to be leaving or captured within 7 days.
Oh, that's exciting.
So apparently there's a criminal organization that is trying to help him get out. There's the law who's trying to help him not get out. And then there's the contract to kill him to make sure he goes the other direction.
Well, how do you feel about it? Yes, sir?
I don't know.
What have you learned about this man and how bad he is?
He's hired to kill people? I don't like that.
Yes, but if we take this, then we're hired to kill people too.
Yes. That's why I don't know.
I go over to him and say, things are complicated in cases like this. People in our line of work, if you can call basically adventuring work, are occasionally required to defend ourselves or kill in order to protect ourselves or perform our job. And it's up to us to determine whether it is proper and good to whether choose to pursue these jobs or how we defend ourselves or how we attempt to protect life or in some cases take it for the greater good.
Yes. I think.
And it's not an easy choice.
I know. Let's do a little bit of prep work. If you guys want to pursue this, let's see if we can realistically obtain something that can keep a foe unconscious for a long time, because we're really bad at, tying people up, right? But maybe if we could knock someone unconscious and keep them unconscious.
So
what do you think?
So there's multiple things at work here. Per the contract, all we would need to produce is the dagger.
True.
Cleok's not liking this entire situation one bit. He's not.
Does the escort mission go somewhere nice, somewhere interesting?
There are lots of escort missions that go interesting places.
Oh,
the one that we've pulled just recently.
We pulled like 4 of them recently, but there's potential choices. Cleok is against pursuing Zuzu Legrim now Because he would like to not create a very potentially bad situation for himself and his companion and his ship should we get involved in. We may potentially succeed in our mission as stated, but then get on the bad side of the local authorities here and thus not be able to make port here ever again. And said new captain might not like that.
Yeah. That's a pretty good point. And I had thought about that too.
Now, if we played our cards right, we could kill him and still probably have the gratitude of the local authorities, but who knows how many firebrand adventurers they've dealt with in the past that have tried to make things better for them and only made the situation much worse.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason why vigilantism is against the law in most places. You have to be really good at it, like Batman. And I don't know if we're really
still against the law. It's just that they don't care enough to pursue you. And so
the authorities don't seem desperate for our help, and I don't want to.
They seem lawful enough to not ask for your help.
What's that?
I said they seem lawful enough to not ask for your help.
Yes.
They weren't especially pushy about the idea of us taking care of it.
Well, it was more along the lines of, it's like we asked us if we told them that we had a bounty on him, not that we would like to help take him down.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, Cleoc at this point would like to not get involved with potentially messing up the local law and authority, such, getting on their bad side. So, escort missions. Although, if enough party members vote for still going after Zuzu the Great, he'll shrug his shoulders, sigh.
The relic one sounds fun. Rio says, well, look, why don't we just deal with that relic? Nothing else, we can steal the relic.
See, he's not very lawful. Turning over a new leaf.
What? Steal the relic?
Didn't I already state at the beginning the reason I was wanting to know if the cops had a dead or alive bounty so we could kill him and collect twice?
Yes.
I didn't hear that. I still didn't hear that.
I'm quite aware, but it's like, but this is outright stealing.
Only if things go badly. I didn't say we had to steal the relic. I said we could.
Let me look at the quest.
Definitely for one of the item escorts.
Escort the relic of
that heirloom,
We can at least inquire about what the relic of Ashiel is, and why they need adventurers to escort it to a location. And it was stated that none of these jobs are particularly in the same system, so we can't double dip like we did with this subset of jobs.
You haven't determined where all of them are.
Ceradon and Ryu haven't looked for any jobs either.
Ryu was sleeping on the ship like normal. Some things never change.
Okay, well, if it'll keep me away from the police department, I guess I'll go check for jobs. It's an investigation check, right?
Yes.
I think she's gonna go into the section of the town that's just slightly unsavory.
Just slightly. Oh boy.
And she got a 9.
Jonathan and I were like 5 and 7 on investigations last week. So, wait, Jonathan had a bunch. It was me and Cookie that were messing up.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to find the bill poster for the relic escort and see and inquire why they would need adventurers to escort a relic.
I don't want someone to steal it.
Well, I'd like to find out what potential dangers it would cause. If it wasn't dangerous, then they wouldn't need to hire an escort.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what means are you using to find this information?
I look at the bill and see where the contact information is supposed to lead me.
Okay. And this is for the first one? The Yakcha, Elven Lady, seeks escort artifact or relic.
I had it pulled up a second ago.
To Harkot.
Yes.
Okay. That actually is also held in the contact is Ardenin that you met last week, the Elven dealer that you spoke to.
Okay. I'll go over and speak to him. Hello, sir.
Welcome back.
Yes, we have a bill for escorting the relic of Hashiel to the town of Harkot, and I would like a little
Yes.
bit more information.
The fair Elven lady, Yakjan, does have the relic and is ready to have it transported to Harkot. What
Out
details
of
would you need
curiosity,
to know?
do you know why or what dangers there would be for this? Because it seems a little odd that they would need to
Dangers may or may not. Guarantee
hire
of arrival is the reason for hiring adventurers instead of standard freight. And the aspect of getting it there immediately, like doing it now instead of waiting for when they feel like it, is the other reason.
I see.
The path may or may not contain pirates, so hiring people of better caliber is a better guarantee to ensure it arrives.
Sure. We may consider this, but I must gather a little bit more information. Thank you very much. I relay the information back to my companions and would like to speak with our captain on it.
Okay. Speak to your captain, oh captain.
Oh, captain, my captain. We has a question. I have a question.
Welcome, Clea. What can I do for you?
Well, we've been looking for jobs within the city, and one of them has caught my attention, and it is escort a relic to the town of Harkot.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it. Well, the time did seem to be of the essence in the sense that they would like to, when we take the job, to take it there basically immediately. And they wanted to hire adventurers for that and standard shipping just tech for some reason, but didn't seem to be any. I was just wondering if you'd heard of it before and if the path that we would need to take would be especially dangerous as to
I would have
just trying
to take a look around and reference the charts and see what we could find, but no, never heard of it.
I just wanted to see if because it seemed odd to me
Certainly.
that they would need to hire adventurers to transport an item.
It depends if they have the money and they feel they have the clout to be able to do so or not. There's plenty of people who do it just because they can't afford it. And there's others that do it because they want the guarantee or because it's that dangerous. So you never know. It very well could be dangerous.
That's fair.
Would you mind showing me when you reference the charts? I would like to learn about this navigation, or the chart reading.
Sure, you can stay here the rest of the day and reference the charts with me if you'd like.
Can't be as boring as looking around town like they're gonna do.
I scowl at Rio, but turn away and head back.
Okay, so Rio's going to be indisposed for the next hours. What the rest do you want to do?
Well, actually, Cookie is very interested in watching the captain as his skills of mapping increase anyway. This intrigues me more than anything.
I'll say to them, shall we go? Are you going to go look at the maps too? Then I'll figure out whether this is a good mission.
So all of you are just going to camp there?
Cleoc's not camping there.
Okay, so Cleoc and Saradin, are you guys heading out?
Saradin is typing.
Oh, yeah, I can forget. Remember to turn this thing back on.
Hi, Saradin.
I don't want to look at the maps.
Undergoes a charming adventure involving 6 kittens, a violin, and a treasure chest full of teacups. I'll have to hear that adventure later.
I'll come with you.
Very well. I would like to speak to, I don't know how to pronounce her name, Etchiat, or Ichach. With my charisma of 8, I'd probably mispronounce it just like that, and it would be totally in character.
Exactly. And it is. You eventually are able to find that she has a fairly nice-looking house in town, and you're able to make your way there. You ring the bell, and you see this older gentleman, human, enter the door. Yes?
Yes, sir. We're here to inquire about a little bit more information for a job that was posted on the job board. Posted by the lady
What is your question?
Etchiach. The job specifically mentioned escorting the relic of Ashiel to the safety of the town of Hershot.
Are you here to accept the job?
Like a little bit more information.
The information is on the bill. You take the relic, you bring it to the town, you come back.
You know where the town is?
Yes?
Or is it from here, approximately?
Let's see. I believe it would be, depending on the current winds, as it were, 2 months.
One's there and another 2 back. What do you think?
Yes. That's a fairly decent ways away, but not as necessarily absurdly
Not
far.
super unreasonable.
Right.
Cleoc has questions he would like to say, or things he would like to say, but thinks better of it. Thanks the man for his time. Says that we may return shortly to accept the quest.
Very well. The man steps
Thank you
back
very
and
much.
The door shuts.
And I bow.
Yeah, that wasn't much information to go on.
I hate stuffy aristocrats, but I get the feeling that asking that he wouldn't have told me if it were dangerous, or he would not have liked the question if we'd asked us, like, why does this need a group of adventurers? This. But he's got a butler, and he's like the rich. Well, we can at least go back to the ship real quick and tell them it's like, well, we found out it was in this star system. A couple months away. To speed up the process. And then ask if they want to go ahead and... I would also relay back to the group that the house was no more information. That's basically stating that all the information we needed was on the bill.
Okay. So you didn't do anything else then, Cleoc? Or you're doing that when you get back to the group and you're just going to head back to the group and wait for them to finish?
I mean, I would point out where we were told the general vicinity of where the place was. We could perhaps speed up the process slightly by telling them that information if they don't already have it.
True. So you guys get back there. And
Either way, I would like to go back and basically inquire that it would be difficult without really, poking or seeming extremely rude to the client. Get any more information about this relic or the danger of transporting. Other than it would be a 2-month. The manservant or butler mentioned that it would be about a 2-month trip one way.
Correct. Cookie and Ryu, you find this information from Cleoc as he returns.
So we would be out for 4 months. 2 months to deliver it, 2 months to get back.
I mean, that is pretty common as flight time goes.
Did we say we were coming back? Do we have to come back?
The butler mentioned that we would have to return to collect our reward.
Oh.
That's what I inferred. That's what I inferred from it, because he said, "You go, you deliver it, you come back."
We could check if they can do it to the bank if we confirm delivery, but all right. It seems like a fairly normal travel time.
What, other than travel time, what do you expect? Does the delivery involve more than just, busing her somewhere? Or is there like
It's a relic.
Foot? Just the relic itself?
It's a relic to a town. And apparently all the information we need is on the bill. So if a delivery location within the town, I would assume, is now also on the bill.
Ah. Well, I've never tried delivering a relic. What do you guys think?
Is that confirmed, Nate? Because I know sometimes, we've been, for lack of a better term, penalized for not, stating, it's like, well, I assumed this. Well, you guys never actually stated it, so okay.
You're supposed to deliver it to Ulfin.
Ulfin. Okay. Well, it's actually a secret mission because when we get there, Ulfin had gone missing, and now we have to find him.
Well,
Oh, didn't see that one coming. Thought you were escaping the investigation missions.
it could be anything, you know.
And killing Zuzu wouldn't be an investigation mission.
Oh, it would definitely be.
Oh,
an
it'd definitely be an
investigation.
investigation.
I smelled that a mile away. Problem is, there's a gun pointed at us too the whole time. Depending on how this assassin works. Let's just hope he's not Thane.
Yeah. But I'm also going on the escort for the heirloom, you know, or the artifact.
Are you against it, did you say? Saradon?
I thought he said he was for it.
Okay.
Saradin, you're a little bit muffled. Could you repeat that?
That?
There you go. Well, so were you saying you want or do not want to do the relic delivery?
Okay. That helps, thank you.
We could do it Caesar style. Thumbs up for yes. Thumbs down for no. Alright.
Alright, well, it's worth a shot. Let's go deliver this relic and learn what it's like to do relic delivery missions.
Okay. Yeah, of course, with the captain's approval, I assume he's in the room. He's willing to take it. Because it would be really awkward if we returned with a relic saying that, hey, we accepted this quest. We need to take this to this town. And he says,
Enjoy, find a new boat.
Huh?
Enjoy, find a new boat. I was saying it would be awkward for him to say that to you when you get back.
Yeah.
Yes. Cleox wanting to avoid
sure,
the
we
situation.
We can give it a try.
Thank you, sir. We will be back shortly.
While we're actually, while we are at port, guys, I mentioned it as something for Zuzu, but I think I would actually like it otherwise. I'd like some sort of sleep potion. Preferably one that, you know, a sleeping gas would be nice, or else a potion we could force someone to imbibe. Could really come in handy whenever we have... It's come up several times lately, and I think it'd be good. So Cookie wants to go find one. I guess I would be looking at some kind of potion or apothecary shop.
Cookie using the big words. Oh.
14 investigation to find a shop like that.
Okay, be able to find an apothecary shop. Alchemist shop is probably more what you're looking for.
Okay.
However, I'm not sure that they have any of that in stock. Let's see, what can we find out?
They don't have that in stock. Then they got the paralysis potion that does the same thing, except they're awake when you decide to gut them. When you coup de grace them, they're awake the entire time. That's totally out of character, by the way.
Yeah.
The alchemist has a potion of climb, a potion of dimension, a potion of healing, greater potion of healing, and a superior potion of healing, and a supreme potion of healing, but doesn't seem to have any sleeping drafts.
Oh.
Of sorts.
Well, thank you for checking, sir.
as you say it to the half-orc female.
See, this is the penalization. We would know what we're looking
I
at,
know.
sir.
I'm telling you.
Okay.
Out of curiosity,
Half-orc female.
fair enough.
I shall look elsewhere. Thank you.
Have a nice day.
I will. Oh well. Go back to the ship.
Hey, Cookie, there's a spell that can do that, I hear.
Yes, he cast it when he used to be a bard.
Well, it is a body modifying spell, one would think. I'll have to think of that.
Enchantment.
Most sleeping spells are very, well, underwhelming.
True. It is a first level spell.
Oh, it's an awesome first level spell. Until it becomes useless, then you're a bard and you switch it out.
If someone
Yes.
is
Oh, there's
unconscious, though, do they save against it?
There's hold person level 2, which is paralyzed.
You know, one of the problems of the magic system as I designed it is I'm thinking too strongly along certain lines. I picked a speciality in movement and body, like freedom of movement, feather fall, neutralize poisons, but that also goes into sleeping aspects. Kind of interesting. All right, Cookie will think about that. But let's get back to the ship.
I'm sure Yonovan will build you a gun if we provide the materials.
Everything's a gun with Yonovan, huh?
Guns.
Sheridan typed something and I totally ignored his last sentence.
Huh. Am I one of the people who noticed? Yes. Yes, I am.
Anyway, sir, I appreciate your choice of weapon.
Who are you talking to, Cleoc?
Sheridan.
Oh.
That sword's a little bit too big, but perhaps we should have a training fight at sometime. Practice sportsmanship.
Cleoc, bad idea. Bad idea.
And why, sir, is that a bad idea?
That sword is enchanted. It turns him berserk.
I didn't say the real sword, idiot. Who uses real swords in a training fight?
Well, if you want a training fight, I'll fight you. Swords.
Wow, guys, let's get going. We can. Well, it is kind of cramped on there.
Cleoc looks a little dejected at all of this. Mops on the head.
Cleoc, are you okay?
This must be our little friend.
What is wrong? Do you want to, what did you call it, spar?
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
I can make you feel better.
Out of curiosity, what was it that you did in the officer's station? I know you transformed into him and gained more information. Is that something you can do often?
I can shift my looks.
For
Yeah.
out of character gameplay purposes, this is a disguise self. I
Yes.
assume. Okay.
Cleok, I need a saving throw from you. Charisma.
Charisma. I am not very good at these. Why'd you pick charisma? Why did you pick charisma? I am absolutely. I do not save. That's a 4, despite
Okay.
rolling a 5
I'm
on
going to
the
message you so you know what's going on.
die. Great. I think I probably know what spell I just got hit with, but I don't know.
Well, if there's anything you need, let me know. I would like to help.
Thank
And
you. I'll
I
keep
just
that in mind.
learned to shift my looks to aid in what I need to do.
Okay, that sounds great.
All right. What do you gentlemen want to do? Do you want to go collect the contract? Do you want to look at the other ones?
Well, let's collect that contract and collect the
I collect the contract.
relic.
Okay. Cleok, did you want to go and collect the contract as well, or did you want to go
Yes, please.
spar or
Yes.
go do something? Okay.
Let's go collect the contract.
Okay. Ryu? Is the whole group going, Cerdin, Ryu, or subset?
I'd go along with him.
Sorry, I was AFK for a bit. Where are we going?
We're going to collect the contract. And the relic.
Contract. Did you want to get the relic contract, or did you want to look at others, or what do you want to do?
I want to do the relic one. Yeah, sure, I'll go along. I assume we finished up with the map.
Unless you have something else. Yeah. So, you guys arrive at the house once more.
And we ring the bell.
Narsil's like, I don't want to go in that house. I don't like it.
You can stay outside if you would like.
Yes.
Oh, well,
Wait,
why
why don't you like it?
I don't know. It doesn't feel right. I don't like it.
I sure hope the relic isn't what you don't like.
We're about to find out. We ring the bell.
Okay. The same gentleman steps forward. Yes.
We would like to accept the contract as to deliver the relic.
Give me a moment. Door shuts.
I really wish Yanovan were here, he could totally do identify the relic to figure out if it's got any curses or bad magic stuff.
That may be something that we could say, hey, we find Yanovan and get the relic identified. I don't see any reason why he would say no. Before we take it. Before we fly off with it.
Okay. Well, you can petition him to do so. So, a good 5 to 15 minutes later, you're not sure, but you've been standing there quite a while. The door reopens. Please, come this way.
I thought you were bringing the relic out to us.
You must sign the contract.
Oh, okay.
Enter.
We enter.
I
The door
enter.
opens. He leads you down this hall to this large room. On the table, there is a box. Next to the box, there is 4 pieces of paper. I take it
silly
you
question.
are the 4 who wish to take this task?
Silly question.
5 of us?
I need to look up his name again because I'm terrible with names. Stayed outside.
Nurso.
Yes, Narsa. Out of character question. Have we
Yes.
been required to sign contracts like this for any other quest we've done?
I think there was one other that was kind of like this that you did, but they're not very often.
Out of
Somebody's
character, have we had legal counsel look at this contract?
What's that?
Are we smart enough to know about legal counsel?
Look at
We
the
know how to
contract.
read.
Isn't Yonovan also with us? I would well.
He's trying to get his
He's trying to
small
outfit the ship.
forge, set up on the ship.
God, out of character is telling me no, don't do this.
Okay, well, I figured this is worth a wisdom save.
I would like to look at the contract.
What does the contract say? Is it jive with what we've agreed to so far?
Yes, it basically states, I, the undersigned, do swear that I will deliver the presented package to the town of, let me pull it up here, to the town of Harcourt and deliver it to the hands of Ulfin.
Okay.
I speak to this a Cookie because I don't think Cleoc would know, but would this have been like standard procedures within the army, kind of thing?
Well, think about it in this terms. These guys expect us to deliver a obviously valuable thing for them, right? They're going to try to do some way of verifying that it happens and that we protect it instead of, just sell it to the highest bidder, right?
Yes.
So, I don't know. I'm not really worried about it. The contract says what we think it does.
We're just gonna question her just quickly. Is it normal that everyone has to sign a contract, or only the representatives?
That is something that I don't know that Rio knows.
So Rio's question would be, why do we all have to sign a contract?
Because I want to ensure that the contract binds all of you in case anything unforeseen happens between you and That way you all must work to ensure that this task is completed.
Well, what about all the people on our ship?
Do you not own your own ship?
There's also additional crew on the ship.
Are you responsible for this contract?
We would be responsible for the contract even if, say, the captain didn't want to do it. We could find another ship, probably.
That would
That
go
seems
against
fair.
timely delivery.
Mm-hmm. So this seems a bit unusual. I mean, the contract says what we expected it, but we haven't had to sign a contract like this before. So I'm sorry, it's kind of confusing.
It is a standard contract. Who have you dealt with? Lower scum?
We've mostly just had open contracts that anyone could have filled.
Then you've not
Well,
taken
most of the
very
contracts we've taken
prestigious.
in the past have been not a single. We actually haven't done any escort except the one. We've done one escort mission, but that wasn't one we signed off on. Everything else that we had done has been either kill somebody or explore somebody or rescue someone or things like that. Something that it's not a single possession of a relic and such. So
Even more why we require the contract.
I would feel more comfortable waiting outside.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to not let my knowledge, but limited knowledge of D&D I have for this. It's like I have no intention of breaking the contract,
Cleoc's fine with the contract.
but it's just that this entire situation has been a little bit odd.
Well, hey, this entire your life has been a little bit odd lately.
Yes.
So,
Cleoc will. I don't know if Cleoc wants to be solely responsible for it, but Cleoc would sign the contract.
Look at it this way, guys. We don't exactly have credentials, as obvious from our experience at the police. Bagels can't be choosers when it comes to finding jobs.
yes, I'm
Anything
fine
where you
with
look
this.
is going to be better than this.
Do you wish to take the job and sign the contract, or do you wish to leave?
Yes, we wish to take the job.
Take the pen, sign the contract.
Okay, I do so.
Rio will say, I'm not interested right now, and walk out.
The door is locked. You are a group. You're going to split now?
Ryu, come on. What's the worst that can happen?
Even I glare at Cookie for that one. But
Celadon lays his heavy hand on Cookie's shoulder, leans in. Don't say that.
Okay, sorry. Traumatic experiences abound. But we're in this together, man. We don't need to fret. We'll be okay.
Ryu, do you proceed to leave or do you return?
Rio says, well, if nothing else, I would like to discuss with Nersul. He seemed unwilling to enter.
that seems reasonable.
After all, if we must sign it as a party, is he with us or is he not with us?
I do not see this nursery you speak of. I see four companions who said they wish to take a contract, and now they are debating.
We haven't known him for very long, but I think Rio is right. Let's go back outside for.
You guys give up?
I would like to consider it more. I was not aware that there was a legally binding contract involved that I would have to sign.
You like everyone else to take the risks. All right.
This contract will not wait for you to be gone. You guys find yourself
Okay.
standing out front of the house.
Yeah, that one's over.
Well, I also didn't take it very kindly that I was locked into a room.
I understand. We have a lot of paranoid people among us. You're paranoid in your way, Kleak's paranoid in his way, and it was different than what we were expecting. I'm sorry.
I'd like to know a little bit more about. I would ask. I need to write his name down and quit scrolling up.
Marcel?
Yes.
Yes?
You said you felt weird. Is that a weird feeling you felt before?
Sometimes.
Can you describe what other situations that would have brought up this weird feeling?
I don't know. I tend to not investigate them. I don't like it.
Can you remember any time like is it like a feeling of dread? Is it a feeling of darkness? Is it a feeling of is it something is it a scary feeling?
Darkness, but I don't think you feel the same way about darkness. I don't like darkness. It's not comfortable, it's not right. I like light. Of course, you see there's a ball of light in his hand. Just, like, radiating light from his hand.
So does this manifest as like a person or a place, or do some of us feel darker than the others?
No. You all seem confused. But that seems fairly normal with people, I find.
Can't argue with that.
Alright, so no mysterious contracts for people who won't let us back off. Is that a new rule? I don't know. Shall we investigate another one?
Yeah, no contracts that lock us in a room requiring us to sign.
Okay.
Rio doesn't like to be locked up. And now that we're outside of the old ship, Rio will be willing to admit that she was planning a mutiny against the old captain because he had kidnapped them and locked us up.
Okay, well...
Does Rio actually remember this? Or is it something you're choosing to remember?
No, we were on that ship when we were on the ship when she lost her memory, but then you guys told the history. I'm pretty sure you told that, by the way, we were locked up for a bit.
Oh, we did.
But when she heard that the feelings of rage and dread bled through. Some strong emotions you can't eliminate.
Right, if
All of
that
them.
escort didn't work, then what about this family heirloom for the doors?
I don't think.
Sheridan, you never did look for any contracts, so you guys can take what you have, or Sarah did could look. You do have quite a few to choose from.
Throws his arms up in frustration at his party and stomps off to go look.
Roll an investigation. See what you get.
Way too far. 5. Actually. Oh. You guys hear me?
No, I heard you mumble something. What did you say? It's a
I just got a 4 on that.
4.
So John then
Wow.
stomps back with his arms crossed and say, "Fine, you guys do better."
So what was the? So we don't want to take escort quests. We don't want to. We don't want to sign uncomfortable contracts. It's like we're shopping for a phone, man. I guess they don't do phones with contracts anymore.
T-Mobile.
And that's just too much, man. I say we do the dwarven heirloom.
Let's try that. I haven't heard of any dwarves that do like weird contracts.
Are you kidding? Dwarves always do weird. Well, not always. There's no always.
That's
I'm
the
sure
mission.
Yonovan could help us with that.
The brutal murderers against
That's the mission that Sheridan finds.
Hey, it says and capture the brutal murderer, so that means take him alive.
Oh my gosh. We waste so much time just trying to find something to freaking do.
You're welcome to make something up.
Huh? I'm welcome to make things up? Yes, I know.
You can always choose to try to find something particular. Is there a particular task that Cleoc would like to acquire or look for?
That's better than what's on the job board. Not particular.
Okay.
I don't know, Cleoc. We could try to find some monastery aid. You haven't been to a monastery in a
It's okay. Cleoc's still stated goal is to gain money to get his own ship so he can offer his tribe the ability to explore above the sky like he has.
Well, you can always just do merchant runs or look for other, see if there's any political contracts or anything like that, if you would rather do something other than the standard adventure contracts.
Cleoc's a fighter and an adventurer at heart. He's not He's certainly not someone. He knows he's not someone that is good at brokering deals or quelling, or not quelling, but or being part of political intrigue. Cleoc was ready to sign that contract, but I'll talk to you, Nate, a little bit about why he changed his mind.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, what
so
mission would
we
you
got
guys like
one
to
about
start?
the doors, or?
Because it would be good to actually get one of these started for next week, since we keep having weeks where you guys bounce around debating quests.
Pick the one Saradin was looking at.
You want to hunt down a brutal murder?
Not Sarah. He was mentioning the
Close.
escort the valued family heirloom safely to the dwarven town. We've dealt with dwarves before. They haven't been nearly as they've been a little odd occasionally, but they haven't been as odd as that aristocrat and
They've been mostly
the
friendly.
manservant. Yes.
They like beer. I can get along with that.
And Yalif would be more than happy to go to her dwarven town.
If I'm not mistaken.
You probably can't fit in Dwarven Crown, but you can stand outside the door, so.
So you're going to do the quest for Aris.
Yes. Well, let's inquire about it.
Okay. Who are you seeking to inquire about it from?
Look at the bill. Here's a contact.
It appears that the contact is the contract office of Giles Finchy.
Yeah. Go there.
You guys see this small building. Looks like you'll have to squeeze through the door. It wasn't quite made large enough for you. Saradin, you're going to have to basically stay outside.
Stick my head through.
There is a window, so you can squat down and kind of look in there.
I knock to get their attention so they can open it for me.
The rest of you are able to squeeze in there, and you see a cheerful-looking little halfling behind the desk. Hey, guys! What can I do for you?
Yes, we are inquiring about a bill that was posted.
Ah, there's lots of those. Which one can I help you with?
We were to a sage named Ursus. Sorry, names aren't my forte. But he seeks a band of adventurers to escort one of his valued family heirlooms safely to the town of Naruk. And his teeth kind of chatter. Naruk.
I've not heard either of the names you have so far mentioned. Do you have this contract that I may look at it, as it seems not what I'm familiar with?
Sure. We hand him a copy of the contract.
Ah, Arises, for the contract for that family heirloom. Ah, yes. I know that one. Very good. And are you wanting to pick up the heirloom to take it?
Can you tell us exactly where this is first? I can't say we've ever been.
Oh, you have not been to Narok?
Maybe we have, but...
No, we haven't. We haven't been to many.
Okay. Well, it is a dwarven location. They have a planet there called, what was the name of it? Whatever. Most people call it Narokotharab anyways, because the planet doesn't matter. It's more the city. That is a grand, huge city. They often bring large chunks of rock from space to orbit, and they turn them into their citadels. So it's a Citadel Forge, if it, as you
We've
call it.
we've been to one of those before.
Yes, they're great. Dwarves really like them. So this is where
They
one
like
of the
making
places they make
faces
them.
out of them.
Yes, yes, they do. Dwarves like making faces on mountains too. Have you seen that? They like mountains faces. They like floating rock faces. They like big statues with faces. It's like dwarves just like carving faces. They're funny creatures. But hey, they're good people.
They
Come
like
to think of
building
it, they like tankards with faces too.
But they do. They do. Look at this one. He picks one up. You see this tankard and very exquisitely designed beard on the dwarf. One of them gave me this for one of the things we did. Can you imagine me using this thing? It's huge. It's heavy. How would I ever enjoy my drink with this thing? But that's the hair there.
I'm sure there's a magical solution for that. Seems like everyone has one.
Nah, I can't use magic for everything.
Gotta eat, drink. All right.
Cookie, roll a perception.
Hmm. Wow.
Cookie, you catch a whiff of something in your stomach. Just reminds you, you want to make dinner. That smells really good.
Oh, what is that?
Oh, that is my wife. She's making dinner.
Your wife must be a master cook.
You know, she learned from her
I
mom.
too. Ah. I too love to cook.
Cookie, quit slobbering all over the halfling's floor.
Sorry.
So, yes. The contract. Is that one you would like to take? I can get the heirloom brought up if that is the case.
Guys? Sounds pretty good.
If it's not magically binding, just sign it.
What
All
does
right, sure.
the big man out there say?
Nothing.
So you wish to do this?
Needless to say, we've ran into a few people that are very that have posted bills that are very have odd condition.
Yeah. Well, you know, there's spills of all sorts. Not everyone cares about good and fun and enjoyable things.
Of course. This has been a nice breath of fresh air, actually.
Excellent.
Can you tell us anything about this family heirloom, actually? It'd be kind of cool to hear about it.
Nope. You'd have to talk to Eris. He was hired to
Okay.
locate it and find out about it and deliver it, and that's all I know. It's a thing.
All right.
It's in a box.
Locate it.
We have a box. The box needs to go, and yeah.
Very well.
Thank you.
Do we know that the captain actually knows how to get there?
He's
Well, I
pretty
can
good
send
at
you the
plotting
directions.
locations.
Hmm?
Yes, that would be appreciated.
Well, still, it would be odd if we went back to him and say, "Hey, we found this job, and we are to escort this to the city," and he says, "Nope, never going there." But okay,
He's been pretty
to
good with.
to fast track this, yes, I would like to accept this quest.
Excellent. So, Barkad is going to be your contract there in the city. You should be able to investigate for him, and he would be there. He is kind of the noble's main person, like me. He deals with contracts. Yes. And Aris was the said to give it to him. I have these contracts here for you to sign. I need to get them signed so I can have Aris transfer the payment when the task is stated as completed by Barkad. I take it you have.
Okay.
I take it you have accounts with the bank. Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. That is his preferred method of payment.
That works good. It's a good bank.
Yes. Not good for thieves, but it's a good bank. Okay, here are the papers. Will you all please sign? And I will
Yeah.
have the box brought up right away.
Was our friend the I'm going to remember his name one day.
Okay, so
Did he feel weird about this place before we went in?
Narsil is standing right behind you.
Oh.
He's a
Will you
nice
bring
little
one?
guy. He's a nice
Will
little
you-
guy.
He's an excellent guy?
He's a nice little guy.
Ryu,
Okay.
whatever you're saying, you probably don't want to say it.
No. I was gonna say, will you bring a contract out for Sheridan? He can't get through the door.
Oh, certainly. Certainly. Certainly.
I would be happy to sign this contract.
Ryu will
Dora,
maybe
get
not
out here.
ecstatic.
Bring the paper to the man. You see this little halfling girl comes out. She takes a piece of paper and a pen and walks out to Sheridan. Here you go, mister. This for you to sign.
Thank you.
It's the size of one finger.
She would probably fit in his hand.
Don't squash her.
You know he's dead, right, Cookie? Or Revivify?
No? What's... I don't.
That's a complicated relationship.
I take it that's out of character, since probably wouldn't say that in front of your father.
No. Yeah.
Sheridan, you remind me of my brother.
It's very much out of character. I try and make outlandish statements be out of character, but I guess I should say like this is out of character. But then that kind of goes against some of the punch.
Pretty much if I type it, I'm just messing with people. You know, if I want to be serious, I'll say it out loud. Yeah, I sign it.
Yep.
So you hear him yell over his shoulder, "Hey, Jesse, have Ildo bring up the box, would you?" A little while later, you see this young man, halfling, come wheeling out this fairly good-sized box. He collects the contracts from you, puts them in a folder, seals it, and drops it in a box that is attached to the outside of his house. It's a metal box.
Okay.
He's like, "Excellent. You have signed the contracts. Here's the the artifact for you all to take, and I wish you a good safe trip. Anything else you need?"
That is it?
All right. Well, I think it's about dinner time.
I think we got the directions from him before we left.
Yes, he hands you a piece of paper that have it all written down. It'll take 4 weeks to get to the first sphere, which you can use to restock. It's a minor dwarven outpost, and then it'll be another 4 weeks to get to the main sphere.
Okay.
And yep, that's it.
Okay.
All right, well, you guys have a wonderful day. I'm going to go have some dinner with my family.
Okay.
Yes.
Good to meet you all. Have a nice time.
Good night.
Good night.
Oh, was that in character?
Yes, that was both.
Okay, both? Okay, well, good night.
So we'll pick up there next week where you guys are actually on a mission to deliver it.
Okay.
We'll see you then.
All right.